Welcome back, Asgardians.
I'm Val.
And I'm Loki.
And we are back today, guys, with episode 7, I believe, of Wandavision.
Episode 7.
And things are definitely getting interesting. We had a lot of developments last episode. Wanda kind of went big brain on things and just expanded that bubble to an enormous extent. She is seriously juiced up on this magic. So I am very curious to see what's going to happen now that the kind of containment zone and everything is gone for, the forces outside that have now been sucked into the bubble, including Darcy.
Yeah, including Darcy.
So that's going to be interesting to see what happens with them now that they're a part of the whole bubble world of Wanda. So, and there were a couple of things that we kind of discussed and noticed from last episode that we just wanted to touch on really quick.
Yeah, the first was the project name that
Cataract.
showed up, Cataract, that showed up in Hayward's files, which kind of led me to believe that that Hayward is probably the one that was trying to weaponize Vision. That, and based on the fact that Hayward was tracking Vision inside the bubble.
Like reacquiring asset and everything. And the fact that he, they showed that footage from the security cameras, that sort of Vision being all taken apart and everything. That really makes me believe that maybe Wanda wasn't there to try to use Vision to, create her world, but maybe to actually keep in line with Vision's will, which is to not weaponize him if he were to pass on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the theory I'm formulating now is that Wanda found out that S.W.O.R.D was doing some shit with Vision's body and kind of went crazy,
right.
with grief and, with all the stuff she was dealing with.
Of course, yeah.
She went a little off the deep end and was like, nope, you are not doing that to Vision, and stole him away from them and then made this bubble to keep him safe.
Yeah, that is possible. So really it's kind of going the other way around. And that Hayward is actually the one who's trying to get his property back kind of thing. And the fact that it's called Cataract. I mean, there may be some other meaning behind that, but the mere fact of what a literal cataract is basically blinding your vision and stuff like that kind of brings that to light, because we know with Marvel, there's usually a deeper meaning to things.
The other thing that we noticed was that that Darcy was able to get her what she found on Hayward out to Wu.
Yes.
Before she got sucked into the bubble. So, so Wu should have access to what Darcy learned.
Yes.
And they're still outside the bubble, so they can probably do something with it.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping that maybe they'll address that, since as far as we know, Wu and Monica are outside the bubble now, that if he at least gets that information, he can still do something with it. All right, why don't we just get right to it, see what happens. I think we're in modern day now.
Mom, our dad is freaking out.
You can't decide what era it's in.
Oh, that's a problem. Uno. Oh, it changed. Missing.
Oh, yeah, it's all glitchy. Like she smelled it first. She's like,
Probably just a case of the Mondays.
Case of the Mondays. Case of the Mondays. I like that reference. Temporary retreat 8 miles outside of it?
wow.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. What's happening with the broadcast?
Dead air. The signal's gone.
Make sure the team has everything they need. We launched today.
Yes, sir.
Launch. Launching what?
Something stupid.
Probably. Oh. Is he okay?
Okay, being a relative term.
Right.
That aspect ratio change.
Yeah, it did.
I'm starting to believe that everything is meaningless. I mean, you're welcome to draw your own conclusions, of course, but that's not just where I'm at. At least maybe I won't have to go there.
Wanda has left the building.
Vision is made of vibranium. They literally inherited tough skin.
Uh.
Let's go. We have to. I'll be fine. Just go with Agnes. I promise I won't bite. I actually did bite a kid once.
I think Wanda may have snapped.
Well, or a bigger bubble that she can't, like, is bigger than she can actually deal
Yeah.
with.
Yep. Oh. Uh-oh.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Her world's not very stable right now.
Are you fine, Wanda?
All we're missing is the fire in the background. Everything's fine.
Oh, here we go.
All in the same project. Protein cataract. Hayward wasn't decommissioning Vision. He was trying to bring it back online. Nothing worked, and so
Wanda stole Vision's body.
that's why he was so focused on tracking Vision inside the hex.
It was Hayward.
Vision went back. Someone has to tell Wanda.
Yep. You're right.
I think she knows.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow. Sleek.
Did we discuss it? She's perfect.
This is a cookie chase scene.
What questions? Who are doing this? Who's that imposter, Pietro?
It's me.
Imposter Pietro.
Right.
Oh. Oh. Everything's going haywire.
I can't fix it.
Do you think maybe this is what you deserve?
What? You're not supposed to talk.
Oh.
Depressed. Like the world
Ooh, ad.
goes on without you. A unique antidepressant
Nexus.
that works to anchor you back to your reality. Or the reality of your choice.
That was an ominous
Confronting your truth, seizing your destiny, and possibly more depression.
side effects. More depression.
Nexus have to do something with the magic?
Well, Nexus could be a lot of things. Oh, it's scratching.
Oh.
It's because it's quiet. You're quiet, Agnes. On the inside.
Oh, he can't hear her thoughts.
Do you think the mom is okay?
Ralph says I sugarcoat things, but you try telling a 10-year-old that his mother is cuckoo
You got this, Monica.
Very space rovery looking vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
What happened to sailing right through?
The density's matching her.
Oh, God.
It's eating through it.
Disintegrating.
Monica, get out of here!
Oh, no.
Bail
Get out, get out, get out,
Monica.
get out, get out, get out.
Oh,
Oh.
that looked painful.
Oh,
Wow.
my God. No.
No.
Monica.
Monica.
No, 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 no. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, that looks so painful.
Oh, yeah. It's like splitting her apart.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Look at her eyes. Oh.
She can see it.
And she didn't change.
No?
Did she just become Photon? Oh. Wow.
Wanda is creating these impediments. This is something we're turning off.
Also, another way into the Westview, right?
Seriously?
Yeah, great. Take time, fellas.
Oh.
What are you doing? How did you get in here? Listen to me. This whole thing is about vision. Get out of my house. Hayward was trying to bring him up. It's all Pietro. All you do is lie.
Oh, yes! Oh, she can finally fight back.
The only lies I've told are the ones you put in my mouth. Careful. What you say to me.
Is she like the auntie?
Right?
Take me out. I'm afraid of you, Wanda.
There's a lot of subtext in that book.
I lost the person closest to me, too. Little up there. Wanda, you have to take it down. No. Don't make me hurt you.
Agnes is really egging this on.
Oh, come on!
In the middle of nowhere. The kids?
Puppies?
I have no idea how much work that you did before coming to Westview. How much you know that? Yes.
Vision should just hold Darcy and just fly.
And just fly. Yeah.
It's absurd.
There we go.
It's like, I can fly.
Where are the boys?
Where are the twins? Oh, they're probably just playing in the basement.
That's ominous.
Right? Oh, God. The hell?
Really?
This turned into a horror movie?
Yeah. I think we're in a Joss Whedon show now.
Yeah, I think Witch was right on the nose. Oh?
Is that the Darkhold?
You were the only magical girl in town, didn't you?
And here we go.
The name's Agatha Harkness.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Hardly meet you, dear.
Agatha.
We were right, yeah.
The whole thing with Vision was an act.
Yep.
And I killed Sparky too.
Oh. So, lots of new information now. Especially after that post-credit scene right there. So, obviously Monica found it. Something sinister going on. It was Agnes, you know, as we kind of had suspected from the get-go. She was behind a lot of what has driven, I guess, Wanda through a certain path so far. And then Pietro, it seems, is kind of playing the, I guess, like her little pawn. I'm wondering if Agnes brought him in to be a purposeful distraction, because he appeared right whenever everything was culminating between Wanda and Vision, and he kind of figured out kind of what was going on and confronted her about it. It's like, okay, let's send in a really big distraction to get back on track here.
I think that it's also pretty much confirmed that she was after the boys.
Right. Yeah. Boys have disappeared. We don't know what she wants with them, or like to what end yet. But it seemed like, yeah, they were her goal for a while. She's shown a lot of interest, and we have pointed that out before, that Agnes seems to have a lot of interest in the boys. And I think Wiccan especially is a bit dangerous because of the whole, he pointed out, why can't I, you're silent, you're quiet inside. And, so which was making him suspect, what's different about you. So I think Wiccan was a bit of a danger as well. Also, I think Agnes also caught Wanda when she is at her most vulnerable. Because she is. Like, she's ready to snap if she hasn't already. Wanda is just kind of floating out there. She's in that very kind of what they pointed out with the ad, like in a bit of a depressive state. What am I doing this for? Things just seem meaningless now, and the world itself seems to be a little unstable with everything changing throughout the episode, like her environment. Everything with Monica trying to get through that barrier, that was intense.
That was very intense.
That was so crazy. I really thought that the truck might actually get through it, and then it's just like hit a brick wall basically, and didn't. and it was being manipulated, didn't work, and then she just decided just to go for it again, even though a third passed through. Who knows what it would do to her?
Yeah.
Although now we know.
We kind of know.
Yeah, we kind of know what it did. It definitely altered her to the point where she can actually kind of stand on her own in that world right now.
Yeah, it doesn't affect her in the same way. She's not brainwashed. She's not rewritten. Well, somewhat, but
Right.
she can see the hex.
Yeah, she can see all the magic, the energy that's putting the world together. Yeah, which was very cool to see. Like whenever her eyes change and she's kind of going into that mode and everything, that was a very cool thing.
Yeah.
To see with her. And I don't know a lot about the comic book Monica with Photon and everything, so I'm not sure exactly like what abilities she might gain at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, I haven't followed a lot of Photon historically, just other than knowing that she exists and kind of like the Wikipedia of her powers.
Right.
Yeah, it's very similar to Captain Marvel, but that's nothing saying that they're going to do the same thing.
True.
In the MCU, they could amalgamate her with another character. It kind of looks like they're going to go with her being like an anti-Scarlet Witch, like being the diametrically opposite of Wanda, which is cool. A really neat story aspect of it. Yeah, and I'm liking the kind of reversal here where they set her up to be the villain. For the first several episodes.
Right.
And then you're slowly finding out, just as the rest of the world is, that she's maybe made some poor choices.
Right.
But ultimately, she's more the victim than not.
Right, exactly. Well, of multiple people too.
Yeah.
So not only Hayward's actual agenda, with wanting to get Vision back online, which we had suspected that it wasn't that S.W.O.R.D was keeping him safe from anybody else, is they were using him, trying to get him back up. And for what reason, we're not sure yet, but he was trying to revive him. And then on top of that, we have Agnes here, who's been pulling the strings, as we suspected, as Agatha Harkness, who's a witch, and, probably has helped to get Wanda all juiced up on all this hex magic and all of that to create this world. But again, it's like, to what end? Like, what is the ultimate goal here? Like, did she actually predict that Wanda would have twins with abilities? And I
don't think she predicted anything. I think she knew.
Okay.
I think maybe Agatha, in this case, is more of an opportunist than a mastermind.
Okay.
I don't know that she helped her create the hex.
Okay.
Because that's just from the little bits that they showed. She showed up and then, was kind of pushing the narrative. But it looked like Westview was already a thing when she got there.
Yeah, you do have a point, because when they showed those behind the scenes kind of spots on there from each episode and everything, and that very first one, it looks like she just kind of literally flew in and just became part of it just like that. And introduced herself as a new neighbor and all of this, and that's where they got their history. So it's not like they had met before.
I think Agatha actually has her own hex in that basement. Because when Monica opened the doors and saw the vines, the vines were juiced up in some way. Right. So it's like Agatha has her bubble inside the bubble. I mean, she may have whammied her in some way to make her kind of catatonic. Right. To further control of the situation, basically.
Right. Yeah, and We know Vision's on his way back, so I wonder how he's going to factor into this too, now that he's no longer under the influence either. So Darcy's out of it, Monica's out of it, and Vision's out of it. Which all three of them together, if they put their heads together, will be, I think will be a formidable force.
Yeah.
That they could come up with something to kind of snap everything back together,
I don't think that Agatha's the big bad. I think she's a henchman.
Okay.
I think Ralph is the big bad.
Ralph.
Her husband.
Oh.
Or her husband.
Oh.
The oft-mentioned, never-seen Ralph.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And it wouldn't surprise me if Ralph ended up being Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
And that whether she meant to or not, Wanda made a deal with Mephisto to gain the power to make the bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And then, much like in the comics, Mephisto used pieces of his soul to create the twins.
Okay.
Which is why Agatha is interested in him, because Mephisto is interested in him.
I gotcha. This was a very enlightening episode for sure. Lots of changes, lots of developments. It's hard to predict where this show will go from here, now, because we're caught up pretty much with modern day. So we don't really have to, worry about it jumping decades and timelines and stuff like that. But I'm really wondering, okay, what are they going to do from here? And I kind of like that I can't really predict what might happen.
Yeah.
I do like that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's reaction. Lots of changes, lots of developments. Can't wait to see what happens next. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe down below. We'd really appreciate it, and we hope to see y'all very soon on the next episode.
Yeah, and if you want to argue with me about whether or not it's Mephisto, down in the comments.
Just come at him. He loves it.
Yeah, throw your own theories if you don't think it's Mephisto.
Yeah.
I'm open to any other suggestions. Also, if you know who the engineer was, if they're relevant or important to background in some way.
Oh, yeah.
I'll probably post something down in the comments after I do some research, but if you know who it is, be the first.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for coming by. Bye.
Bye.